Hi everybody, happy Saturday. Thank you for coming back to my channel. If are new here, please hit subscribe down below so you don't miss anything. I do offer a lot of free tutorials on this channel related to all manner of paper crafts. So I hope you enjoy it and thanks for hitting subscribe and coming to the channel. This is a new kit that I have available in my shop and I absolutely love it. I am going to show a little mini tutorial at the end of showing this kit because this has inspired me so much that I want to start working with it right away. I love it. It's based on a public domain book, and this is a book of French textile samples from the early 19th century. The book itself is dated to about 1863, and somebody went through and made watercolor copies of different French textiles and cut and pasted textiles into this book, and you'll see that they have handwritten notes in the book, and um, I just love it, and I think it's just a journal ready to go. I included two washi sheet slash collage sheets, and this particular one right here, I think this one, I'm actually going to use for a book cover. Not sure how I'm going to do it yet. It might be like this, but I think this will look gorgeous on the cover of the book that I'm going to use these pages in. As always, I took the collage slash washi sheets and I printed them on tissue paper for myself, and they turned out just beautiful. All of my kits are available for me to print on tissue paper. I think I'm going to offer these two collage sheets as a standalone if you just want to buy these and you don't want to buy the entire kit. And these are also available for me to print on tissue paper and send to you. You just have to convo me about that and we'll figure out what you want exactly and figure out the price, and the shipping shouldn't be too much at all. Isn't it beautiful? So those are the two collage sheets, and then here's the book itself. I kept the patina of the book because now I'm not going to lie, this kit takes a lot of ink to print, mainly because of the background. But I wanted it to be available so that you didn't have to go and tea stain. And I just love the patina that the book already had. It has somebody's handwritten notes in it. It has tears. And here's another little tear down here. And I wanted to keep all of that because when you fold it into a journal, then it just looks gorgeous. It just already has so many elements like this and the little notes. It just has already so many elements that you really don't even need to decorate it further if you don't want to. But I will be. I'm going to show this in another video, but what I'm going to be doing also before I put these pages in a kit, what I like to do, and I've shown this many times, what I like to do with the back side, the white side of my digital prints, is spritz it with water or glimmer mist. So this side, some of this imaging will start to come through. This side will start to look tea stained as well. Hey camera, I moved my hand too fast I guess. So I'm actually going to have my table laid out and ready to spritz a whole bunch of digital downloads, and I'm just going to show that in another video. That's what I'm going to do here. So this kit shows samples of all of the little, here's a piece of trim and somebody has little notes here, and this is a sample of a pattern they would have used back then. Let me zoom in actually. Excuse me, take a sip of tea while I'm zooming in. Okay, I think that's better. All right. It seems like they liked a lot of maroon kind of colors, and this lavender color you'll see a lot in the kit. They're sort of muted, subdued tones, but still they pop because it might be a real muted thing with a touch of blue or red. They also seem to really like black, a lot of black pattern. So this is a fun one. And you can see where they pasted it onto the book. You can see that this was a cutout and they glued it on. But here you have the clubs and diamonds and hearts and things that you would see on playing cards. Some little, I don't even know what you would call this. They almost look like airplanes, but they weren't airplanes. Some little tiny flowers with polka dots. A totally forgot the name of that, just went right out of my head. That shape. You could tell me in the comments below, or maybe I'll think of it. I'll either think of it by the end of this video or in the middle of the night tonight. That's what I do. But here again, different elements stacked on top of each other. You can see that there was something under here, and then somebody took a piece of paper and put it on top with this image there. And then here's just a little strip of something. Oh, I just love this book. Polka dots seemed to have been kind of popular, and how beautiful would this be as a background, and then put a journal card or something on here, and this is your background. I'm making a junk journal out of this today. Well, it's not going to be done today, and I'm going to show a video at the end of what I've done with this kit. There are a lot of pages in this kit. I tried to give you the whole book. You can pick and choose which ones you want to print. I'll tell you how many there are in the end when I'm done with the video. And this took a lot of manipulation for me to be able to put this into a kit, scan it, and get it in here for you. But it was definitely worth it. I was inspired the whole time. Look at these. So pretty. So it's just, you're flipping through your junk journal and you come across that page or that one. And the patina of the book itself is really what I think makes this so fabulous, in addition to the images on here. It's not fleur-de-lis. What is it? More of these from playing cards. These must have been, I guess that was popular back in the 1800s. Some little kind of leaves. Another piece of trim. That's so pretty. You could even just cut that out if you wanted and attach it to the side of a page. This kind of stuff, again, is just, oh, I wish I had one in front of me. Is just be fun to put a journal card over it and cover some of it and give it more interest, more elements, layers. Same with this. More blacks. They really, like I said, seem to like black. Of course, we don't really know what these colors were originally. Everything fades with time. I do bump the saturation up a little bit because in these vintage books, and with any textiles too, the saturation needs to be bumped up because things fade over time. This one actually even has kind of some scribbles over it. And you can see their little handwritten notes. Are they in French? Let's see. I didn't look. Yeah, I think that the words are in French. And there are these cool handwritten numbers at the top of a lot of the pages. I think they were numbering each of the samples. love it. Oh, I just love this kind of stuff. I'm feeling so inspired. I'm going to do a quick tutorial on how I do my journal covers. I may have done this before, but how I do my journal covers with tissue paper. I think I did it before. I might have shown you very briefly when I did this book. This is tissue paper on the front and the back. So I'm just going to show you again in case you didn't see that. It's very simple. To make a kit out of this, I would suggest that you have a cover that is... Oh, I didn't tell you how many pages are in this, did I? Let me count these. Okay, so if I counted properly, it'll be in the Etsy listing. It prints out 31 8.5 by 11 sheets. That includes two collage sheets, and that means in addition to the collages, you get 58 images, 58 individual pages, I think. I don't know. I'll make sure that that's all in the listing, of course. Okay, so I would do 8.5 by 5.5 for your covers, and I just cut out chipboard, and I do like a 1 1/4 inch spine. And I, just like most people who already make mini albums, you'll know how to do this. I recycle shipping envelopes when they come to me, and that so this is 1 1/4 by 8.5. This measures, I cut this kind of big actually, 3 3/4 by 8.5. Just get my double-sided tape on. I like to line it up on my cutting mat here and find the center and just try to, it helps me make sure that everything is nice and straight. And then I measure out, I think I'm going to do 1/8 of an inch here from the side of the chipboard. And then put tape, and that's where my covers are going to go. So it is another rainy day here in Maine. We have flooding everywhere. Um, and it's supposed to rain for another week and a half. So I saw a funny thing on Facebook. It said, I love winters in Maine. I love summers in Maine. Last year it happened on a Wednesday. So I'm still having awful trouble with my lighting, and I'm really sorry. I'm in the process of getting my whole lighting situation worked out. Because like I've said before, when I have no sun, I mean it is as dark as if it's just dark and dismal today. There's no sunlight out, and it's when I don't have any sunlight coming in through my two windows, it makes it really difficult to film. So I've got to get that worked out. And in the meantime, I apologize. Just hang in there with me. Hopefully you can see good enough what I'm doing. And maybe one of these days we'll get a bright sunny day and I'll have a nice bright sunny video. Yay! Living in Maine is not for the faint of heart. That is for sure. I don't know how the original pioneers did it. I really don't. How anybody ever survived living here without the conveniences, the modern conveniences we have now. Okay. So, I don't know what I'm going to put on the spine yet. Usually, this is just kind of my signature thing because I like it. I usually put faux leather on the spine, but I don't want to do that for this one, I don't think. Um, I don't know. I'll have to try out different things, but I also have this fabric, which goes really nicely with the colors in the kit. So I might do that, but I'm going to decide that later. For right now, I'm just going to decide which section of the tissue paper I want on my cover. And then this will be covered with the whatever I decide to put on the spine later. So that is super pretty. It's going to come over to about here. You know what? Let's see. Yeah. So that fits almost perfectly. It would end here. And I would have this border and this. I could do that. My other idea was to do this here. That's really nice too. Well, here's what I'm going to do. You can always put it on and then decide later which one is going to be your front cover. So let's do that. So I'm going to put this on. You can do Mod Podge, but I'm going to do glue stick, and I wish I had a big one for this, but I'm out. I have to tell you something funny though. So I have this little bin, oops, at the top of my desk that I keep things that I grab often. I have my undo, I have my little mini stapler, I have some needles and things. Well, I also have chapstick. So you already know what I did, don't you? I was working on something yesterday. I took out my chapstick and was going la da 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 across my project instead of the glue stick. So I'm keeping this in a separate place now. I'm putting it beside my little bin. Needless to say, the item that I was trying to stick on there did not stick in place. Oh gosh. Yeah, I wish I had a nice big glue stick, but just take some kind of glue. It's probably going to use up this whole thing. Try to get kind of good coverage or you will have some bubbles. And then guess what? You just stick this down. Try to put down a little at a time, like so that it doesn't fall on there and you end up having to pull it back up again. And it's okay if there are little creases in there anyway, because it sort of makes it look pretty. So sometimes I fold it over. I forgot to do that. I don't know if I want to lift this back up. No, I don't. So all you have to do, I can fold it over the top, but all you have to do is ink this. And it looks perfectly fine. But I think I will. Let me tear it first. Okay, find approximately where I'm going to have it overlap this a little bit. So I'm going to tear it about right here. Wrong way. How easy is that? And then just fold this over. Doesn't have to be all the way down because something's going to go on here. It's just to make the edge look really nice. This is already expended. I need another one. Make sure it's glue and not chapstick. There. Isn't that pretty? Look at how easy you can make a cover. And then if we take, you know, if I do, this is a big giant piece of fabric right now, but if I do end up taking a piece of fabric and putting it on here, you see you cover that and wrap it around. Absolutely beautiful. I love this book. This vintage textiles book. Okay. So I think I'm going to end up with that for the front cover. Yes, I love it. And of course, keep this because I'm going to be cutting this stuff out and putting it on the inside and doing some layers. So for the back, do I want that? Or this? I think I want this. Although this one I didn't print out right. It's got a big white border. And I'm going to end up with a border up there. So, you know what? I'm going to do it this way, which is fine. I forgot to put it on borderless printing. That will look really nice. I'm going to do that. Yep. And this will kind of bring in some of this lavender or violet from the front cover. So let's do that. A little bit on the spine. And I'm going to do it so that I can overlap this time. I forgot to do that before. If it doesn't get on there really nicely and you've got a few bubbles, use your brayer. It'll flatten them out. I've said it before, I'll say it again. I love tissue paper. One of the reasons is, and that's okay because that's going to be covered by fabric, is you don't have to measure. No measuring. No getting out 10 gazillion supplies like covering it in fabric and then paint. And actually, let me do the long end first. Those book covers are beautiful. Oops, and actually I'm making some today, but sometimes I just like doing this. Let's fold that in just a little bit. very nicely. And see how I folded it in, and now we've got a nice little corner there. This one I ripped by accident, but that's okay. I'll just fold it in, fold it up. And that one tore a little bit, but that's okay. You just put a little glue on the end, cover it over, and it just seamlessly fixes it. Okay. I guess it's good that I didn't do the reverse and use my glue for chapstick. And because I didn't do this, I'm just gonna, because I didn't wrap the paper around. There. That cleans that up. And there you have it, a quick cover. How long did that take? Not long at all. Look at how beautiful that is. And it's got so many different things to look at. It's not just flat. And there's the back. And so I just need to get some fabric on the spine, and the cover's done. So I hope that you really like this kit as much as I do. I think that it's just going to make a gorgeous journal. I will post a video when I'm done with this. I'm gonna use everything here and then some. And great, I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up, please. Subscribe. Show me some love. Thanks. Bye.